We have a long and rich history in this very big country of clashes between state autonomy and communities doing things their way, and then the fact that we have a federal government that stitches this entire country together. The Insurrection Act is the thing that keeps getting bandied about. It goes back to 1807. It's the result of a lot of instability in the birth of America after we exited a certain country at the end of the 18th century. And the whole idea is that the president has the authority to take over state National Guard and also to deploy troops for the purpose of restoring order and squelching rebellion. Now, this gets into rocky territory when you're talking about doing local law enforcement. There are other provisions that prohibit the president from doing that. Soldiers don't do law enforcement, but they do actually squash lawlessness, and they are there to actually enforce compliance with federal law.
So this Insurrection Act, if he does enact that, it's incredibly controversial then, Mali, because people who are opposed to Trump will say, we don't need it. There's no emergency from which you need to save us.
Yes, and he has been kind of dangling it as, I don't know if bargaining chip is the right word, or just kind of this sword that's hanging above the negotiations. And so it's always trying to force Democrats to, come to terms with him. But the polling recently shows that in Chicago, D.C., Portland, L.A., all of these cities do not believe that the National Guard should be there or the Insurrection Act should be invoked. I think the Trump administration still thinks it's a good tactic because it refocuses things on crime. But
Mally, neither do the people of Montgomery, Alabama. And this is the issue. The National Guard and troops being deployed to localities. The big thing that we always talk about is the Civil Rights era and breaking up segregation. So after Brown versus Board of Education, that was when our Supreme Court pushed the integration of schools and actually made that the law of the land. President Eisenhower in the late 50s had to send the Guard down south to get parents out of the way, white parents out of the way, and actually allow integration to occur. And then Lyndon B. Johnson had to do the same thing down in Montgomery. Local communities don't get to decide what the federal law is. They actually have to let the federal government enforce the law. The Supreme Court has said that ICE agents are to be left to do their jobs. They ruled on this on September 9th after a California judge tried to get in the way. So these local communities, I'm a big states' rights guy, but it doesn't matter what you think. ICE has a job to do, and you have to get out of the way.
And that's, again,